This is the sanat Kumara. I'm an advanced deva being from Venus who serves Zoncrete, Earth Soul, as the chief operating officer of the planet and all life who calls Earth home or is here to help with the permanent expansion of consciousness. The Sanat Kumara is the office I hold. My responsibility is to orchestrate, oversee, and implement the plans for the spiritual evolution of this planet according to the divine plan of this cosmos. I speak to you through my walk-in Martina Violetta Jung. Today, in part 2 of my mini-series about Shambala, I would like to share with you how we actually work at Shambala. Picture yourself sitting right behind me at the round council table in the round council hall of Shambala. It looks similar to the room in which the United Nations Security Council meets. Or should I rather say their room looks similar to ours. You know by now what I'm hinting at, don't you? At our completely round table, which has no opening at some point, each kingdom, human, deva, animal, plant and mineral, as well as Konri Oblan, is represented by a small team between 2 to 7, with 1 or 2 leaders sitting right at the round table. The delegation of the human kingdom is led by Lord Maitreya, known to most of you. The Konri Oblan kingdom is led by Sho, which is an abbreviation of his full name, Ma Kashowa. He's a highly evolved and decorated being from the Pleiades with a Konri soul. At our round council table, all kingdoms are represented equally, with me being the neutral chairperson who orchestrates and oversees. The United Nations Security Council, by contrast, is composed of 15 members only, 5 permanent ones who control everything with veto rights, mighty bullies, not with peace, but their own interests in mind, and 10 alternating members, half of which are replaced every 2 years. That's a concept alien to spiritually advanced beings and therefore something the plan of God for this planet would like to change. The highest responsibility of the Shambala Council is the spiritual development of Earth according to the Creator's plan. And the Creator's plan always has the well-being of all in mind. Because of the fact that the accomplishment as well as failure of the Creator's plan has an effect on our neighboring planets, the whole solar system and the galaxy as well, our responsibility goes beyond the blue planet. When the annual plan update arrives, I distribute it to each kingdom. They discuss it amongst themselves, what seems possible and what not, and come back to me with their adjustments. Their adjustments reflect the actual possibilities according to their up-to-date insights and expectations for the foreseeable future. When each kingdom has provided feedback, we sit together at the truly round council table and ensure that these adjustments fit together. There is no moving forward without an agreement, and in rare circumstances, I have to take a decisive vote. Now, let's look at 2 examples that show our cooperation across kingdoms based on regular challenges we face. The 2 challenges are emanating What the people of Earth think, feel, speak and write emanates to our solar system as well as to further away neighboring planets. Our neighbors are literally suffering from the daily accumulation of fearful and violent energies Earth sends out, and they are fed up with it. One of our tasks is to at least minimize this drastically. At the same time, due to the shift Earth is going through from the third through the fifth dimension, old karma needs to be resolved. Therefore, the number of troubled areas on Earth, even war zones, is substantial. We cannot stop the acceleration of balancing karma. It's part of the shift Earth is going through until 2032. But we can influence its effects. Members of the human kingdom incarnate in the dense physical, team up, for example, with dragons and unicorns from the Deva kingdom to fly inner plane missions in war zones or regions of environmental crises, injecting new life energy and calming things down. Equally disturbing energies are created by the huge amount of media and social media postings spreading hate, gossip, and false information. Here we do our best to have people like Martina help us set a different tone of love and unity while providing reliable information. But master teachers, offers, allies and devas are looking for more who are willing, after being trained, to take on responsibilities of spreading our word and spreading a future worth living for everyone. That leads us to the related challenge we face on a daily basis: passiveness in people's own spiritual development. People rather draw a card from a spiritual deck for daily guidance to calm themselves, or employ the service of healers and aura readers, than to even consider that they have an active serving role to play that is waiting for them. This actively serving role includes direct guidance by master teachers, offers, allies, devas, elves, dragons, angels, and the like. But that will seriously alter your life. Many of Earth's cultures also await the reappearance of Christ, Lord Maitreya, Joshua, aka Jesus. For this to happen and for them to stay in the dense physical of Earth permanently, they need support from those incarnate in the dense physical, as well as from all kingdoms in their dimensions. To coordinate and orchestrate that, brilliant teamwork is required to prepare the ground. You see, expectations of a culture are one thing. But when Joshua, aka Jesus, reappears, for example, he will be who he is and not who people expect him to be due to their conditioning. To make that huge adjustment in expectations and decide on the right timing for master teachers to reappear in the dense physical, we work together with many across dimensions, cultures, and continents. We could do with more of you being ready to help with these challenges. As you listen to my podcast, you can be sure that we already have given you a nudge in some form, or have sent you a message in some way or another. Unfortunately, not responding to us and one's soul's mission happens more often than not. Comfort zones are huge, even with those who live aimless or miserable lives. I can also assure you that we have reached out to many big shots within the United Nations, governments, the Roman Catholic Church, large corporations, many who have the power to stand up to renew structures and systems that do not serve people and planet so far. The percentage of those not answering is the same, no matter their way of life. We in Shambala need people from all walks of life to drop their nets of fear and linear convictions based on past experiences or learned belief systems. We need you to follow guidance provided from Shambala, to strive on your spiritual journey during your incarnation on this wonderful blue planet. Let's do things together as we already do it in Shambala. Please spread today's message far and wide. Educate yourself and others with what I provide. I love you all beyond what you can comprehend, and I bless you all. This is the Sanat Kumara.